So, you want power? Is there someone you fear? Something you fear? Or do you simply just need more power? Perhaps you're just bored and want to put on a show from the shadows. Your reason is irrelevant. Today, I provide a full guide on manipulation. As an inevitable quick disclaimer, I am more than aware that this video is unethical. This video is for educational purposes only and serves as an unbiased, immoral guide to manipulating others. I am in no way encouraging such behavior, rather am providing it for others to use as they wish. This video will give you immense power if taken correctly, therefore it is up to you how you wish to use this. As it is of interest to most here, anime will be used as the medium for this video, like my other videos. As manipulation is quite a broad topic, I will be giving you an inside scoop at specifically how I personally like to move. There are many ways of manipulation, and today I will show you mine, a mix of staying in the shadows, but also taking the direct approach when the time is right. Without further ado, I welcome you to the world of manipulation and psychological warfare called reality. Today we will dive deep into manipulation in a simple, easy way for beginners, intermediates, and experts alike. This is the guide to manipulation. Now, I will teach you all multiple different manipulation techniques. First is an extremely well-known technique, the white knight. White knight is a manipulative tactic used to make the manipulator look like a hero or a savior of sorts. This technique essentially is solving problems you intentionally create. White knight is a tactic often used to gain control over others, as humans are naturally drawn to those who show kindness and lend a helping hand. So by intentionally creating problems just for the sake of solving them, you look like a hero of sorts to your victim, and they can start to depend on you. Actions speak louder than words, and so when with your victim, you can tell them you'll always be there for them and will always protect them. But to prove this, you can stage problems and incidents just for the sake of saving them. You're essentially making large gestures to signal to your victim your good intentions towards them. As an example, we see Ayanojou in Classroom of the Elite employ this technique flawlessly. He set his sights on Kei Karuizawa as she was a quite easy target, and he put her through hell. Without her knowledge, he staged many instances of bullying onto her, and even having Ryuan essentially hold her hostage to torment, hurt, and traumatize her. He was the main culprit behind her suffering, and he did this to be her savior. In episode 3, he set up a group of girls to bully her, which had Karuizawa sitting down crying. Ayanojou filmed the event and later told her he'd protect her if she helped him win the exam. In episode 12, when Ryuan and others of Class C had Karuizawa tied up and soaked on the roof, Ayanojou came to save her, upholding his promise to always protect her. Even so, Ayanojou was actually the one who staged the whole thing and indirectly was able to get Ryuan to set his sights on Karuizawa to try to get the mastermind to reveal himself. Basically, Ayanojou staged every instance of Karuizawa's trauma just for the sake of solving it and protecting her. Doing so, he made her entirely dependent on him. We can use this in our own lives or simply be aware of it for the sake of protecting ourselves from it. The second tactic is shadow gossip. What is it? It's essentially lowering your target's reputation and social standing through the use of rumors and other harmful methods. The point of this method is to gain power and social standing over someone. If someone is on another level socially than you, with the use of secretly gossiping and spreading rumors about them, you can ruin their reputation and, as such, take their place and gain power over them. You are to be anonymous throughout this process, as the whole point of the shadow in shadow, gossiping is to do it secretly. There are many ways to do this. First, you can use fake social media accounts with anonymous names. Or in person, you can use others to pass the word along, but this way is risky. You can spread rumors about your target to a close friend you trust, making sure they don't spill that you're the one who said it, and have them tell others. Word will spread. This is to be done behind the back of your target, and usually the information you spread is false. All that matters is ruining or slightly hurting their reputation. Thirdly, selective emphasis. One of many influential and subtly powerful manipulation techniques is the selective emphasis technique. This technique is quite self-explanatory based on the name, but you essentially emphasize certain information while downplaying the rest. This is a great way to persuade someone, as you can emphasize the pros of a request, but downplay just how bad the cons may be. Doing this, you'll be able to convince others into requests that may not be too good for them. The best way to use selective emphasis is on contradictory statements. So when proving your point, emphasize the biggest parts of your point, then downplay all information and evidence that contradicts your statements. This is used in the news, in speeches, and in everyday life, and is a powerful way to spread biased information and facts. You put your subject in a distorted lens, far from reality. They get put in a reality you've created. The key is to disregard and downplay all the parts you want your subjects to overlook and forget about. As an example, bring them in on the short-term benefits, but downplay the terrible long-term benefits. Finally, the foot in the door technique. It is a persuasion technique involving guiding your target up a metaphorical ladder. Essentially, you ask for a small favor from them in order to evoke feelings of helpfulness and a closer bond with added respect. After, you ask them for a much larger request. By doing this, you give them a taste of helpfulness with feelings of newly grown respect and make them crave more by completing even bigger favors. Doing this, there is a higher chance of approval since most individuals try to harmonize their actions with their prior accord. This technique works if implemented in a strategic and simple way. Be sure not to overdo it on your requests and know nothing is foolproof. But use it wisely, and it'll work perfect.